It's getting harder to qualify for Social Security in 2024. Here's why in this video. All right, now if you've been watching the videos here on the channel for a while now, you probably heard me say there are a lot of changes to Social Security in 2024. Well, in this video, we'll be discussing yet again another aspect of this very important program, which has changed for 2024, making it a little bit more difficult for those individuals to qualify for ongoing monthly checks administered by the Social Security Administration. Now, this is an aspect of Social Security that does change every single year, and again, like I said, it makes it a little bit harder for people to start getting those checks. Now, again, I will be giving you some dollar amounts here in this video. I would highly recommend maybe writing that down or just taking note of these dollar amounts, because these are the key numbers you need to know for 2024 and your eligibility for these checks. With that being said, let's get right into it. Really fast before we do, thanks so much for joining me. If you have not done so yet, please subscribe down below. There's the big old subscribe button down there. Make sure to hit that if you have not done so, as there's a lot of things going on right now. And like I've said before in other videos as well, 2024 is the year of Social Security. I guarantee it. Wait and see. It is going to be a very, very busy year as we get closer and closer to November. And you know what's going on in November, right? It's going to be very busy between now and then. Also, right down below the video, make sure to hit the like button or the thumbs up button as well. It gives me anonymous feedback on videos like this to better understand, was this good? Was it helpful? Was it informative? Was it educational? And again, it also helps other people find this valuable information so they can make sure that they are also qualified to get those Social Security checks. Thanks again, truly appreciate it. Please subscribe down below, and again, hit that like button, the thumbs up button, and let's get into it and talk about why it is getting harder 2024 to get Social Security. Now, this is interesting because in October of every year, Social Security announces a bunch of different updates that'll all go into effect as of January the following year. Well, this would be no exception, okay? For 2024, we do have a lot of different changes that have been announced by Social Security. And again, I want to bring these to your attention because if you've been watching the videos on the channel, again, you've probably seen many other videos here of me talking about all the changes for 2024, and this is another very important one. So this comes down to work credits, okay? Yeah, I know, there's a lot of different things. The earnings test, earnings limits, there's all kinds of things like this, right? Adjustments to benefits, all kinds of things. This is in regards to work credits. What do I mean by this, right? Here's what it comes down to. So remember, in order to start getting Social Security payments, in other words, in order to get checks from Social Security as a retirement beneficiary. Now, when it comes down to SSDI, the parameters are a little bit different, as in Social Security disability benefits, okay? Parameters are a little bit different. However, generally when it comes down to Social Security retirement benefits, you need 40 credits in order to be eligible. If you have 39 credits, guess what? You're not eligible for Social Security. You must have at least 40 credits to receive Social Security checks at your retirement age, whether that's 62, 63, 65, 67, 70, whatever it happens to be, you need to have at least 40 credits, okay? How do you get credits, right? Well, here's what it comes down to. You need to fulfill the earnings limit each and every year to get those credits. Remember this much as well. You can get up to a maximum of 4 credits a year. You cannot get more than 4. You can get up to 4, you can get 3, you can get 2, you can get 1, you can get 0, but you cannot get more than 4. 4 is the absolute maximum. So if you run the math on that, if you need 40 credits and you can only get a maximum of 4 per year, that simply means you must work and fulfill the work credits, as in the earnings on an annualized or quarterly basis, to get those credits for at least 10 years. Now remember, this could be spread out across multiple different years. You could get 1 credit a year for 5 years. You could get 4 credits a year for a number of years. Again, it does not all need to be consecutive. You could work for 5 years, take 5 years off. Work for another 10 years, take 3 years off. Again, it's all spread out like this, and it's basically over the course of your lifetime, okay? So that is what it comes down to. Now, the earnings amount that you need to get in 2024 to earn each individual credit has gone up a little bit. In fact, it went up an exact $90 over what it was for 2023. Okay, that's not that much. Now, let me break down the details of this. So, this is earned income. This is not including your Social Security check, anything like this. This is earned income. Now, here's the thing. If you're already receiving Social Security, then obviously you have fulfilled the work credits, because otherwise you wouldn't be getting Social Security checks, right? But here's what it comes down to. In 2023, it was $1,640 of income, gross income, on a quarterly basis in order to get one credit, okay? When I say quarterly, I mean like January, February, March, that's quarter one. April, May, June is Q2. July, August, September is Q3. And October, November, December is Q4. So basically what it comes down to, each individual quarter, you need to have at least, this was 2023 by the way, you needed to have at least $1,640 of income, $1,640 of income per quarter in order to get those 4 credits for 2023. Well, guess what? It has now gone up to $1,730 per quarter in 2024. Now, let me break the details down on this. When you look at it on a quarterly basis, and again, that is how these credits are paid out, is on a quarterly basis, okay? $1,730 of income, gross income, by the way, like I said a minute ago, on a quarterly basis is honestly not that much. That's about, what is that? A little bit less than $600 a month is what it comes down to. So even somebody working very, very part-time could probably easily achieve this amount of income, okay? And like I said, what is that, 70, it's like $580 roughly, $575. Yeah, about, okay? It's about $575 a month is what it comes down to in gross income. Now, that's a little bit over, what is that, about $150-ish, about $140. Yeah, it's $140 a week is what it would come down to on a quarter, or basically on a weekly basis, $140 a week, $575 a month, or $1,730 a quarter is what that comes down to, okay? So as you can see right here, it probably wouldn't be that hard to achieve that, but remember this much as well. Your Social Security benefit is strictly based on your income over your 35 highest years, okay? So basically what they do is when you go to file for Social Security, they look at your 35 highest years of income, they inflate that income up to current time with current inflation and things like that. Basically, they index it up to current inflation so that it's all, apples to apples comparison, because, dollars back in 1970 were not the same as dollars today, right? Inflation has depleted the purchasing power of our money, and as a result of that, they need to inflate, they basically index past earnings all the way up so it's all even, and then they basically average it out over your 35 years, okay? So that is what it comes down to. So obviously, more income on a monthly or weekly or even quarterly basis would ultimately boost your Social Security checks up a little bit, which, by the way, I can talk through the calculations of that later in a separate video, but basically the first dollars that you earn are weighted more toward increasing your benefit, and the higher your income goes, the weighting of that money gets less and less important, okay, for actually calculating your Social Security check. But anyway, that's a whole nother topic in and of itself. So this is what it comes down to for 2024. The work credits that are required, 40 credits must be achieved in order to start receiving Social Security retirement benefits. And remember, you got to have at least 40 credits in order to get those checks. And in 2024, if you are in the situation where you are still working, you're still working toward getting your Social Security check, this is what it comes down to. You need to have that $1,730 per month of income, gross income, on a quarterly basis. Sorry, I think I just said month. I meant to say quarter. On a quarterly basis in order to get each individual credit, and you can get up to those 4 credits per year, okay? That's what it comes down to. So it does increase a little bit each and every year, makes it a little bit harder, but for the most part, even somebody working very, very part-time, it really shouldn't be that unachievable. It should be relatively easy to achieve this. Even somebody working, maybe even 10, 15 hours a week probably should be able to get this, even at, say $10 an hour. You're good. If you work 15 hours a week at $10 an hour, you're good to be able to get this, right? So like I ran the numbers for you a minute ago, that's what it comes down to. So anyway, I hope this helps you. But again, another aspect of Social Security that has changed for 2024 that I certainly want to bring to your attention, because at the end of the day, this is very important. Now, let me break down the details of this. Let's just say that you want to earn all 4 credits in 2024. Okay, how much do you need to earn? Well, $1,730 a quarter, which actually calculates out to $6,920 for the entire year of income, okay? That is over the course of the entire year of 2024. And just remember, the $1,730 a quarter is what that is. So $1,730 by 4 quarters is $6,920 for the entire year of income, $6,920. So anyway, I hope this helps, but again, this is what it is. This changes every year. So just remember this. And again, if you're already receiving Social Security checks, then don't worry about it. You don't need to worry about this. Reason being is you've already fulfilled your 40 credits, right? You already have the 40 credits that you need. Unless you're receiving SSDI, well, then that's a totally different story. The parameters are a little bit different there. But for the most part, if you're getting Social Security already, you're pretty much good on this, right? So anyway, I want to break down the details of this. And like I've said before in other videos as well, a lot of things are changing about the program. In fact, in 2024, just like every year, we're getting a lot of changes, but also, I want to point this out. 2024 is the year of Social Security. I've said this so many times in other videos, and I want to continue saying it because it's going to be very, very busy with everything going on, and especially what's happening in early November. You know what that is, right? Yeah, it's going to be a mess between now and then. A lot of people are going to be coming out with their proposals, their packages, their new ideas as far as reform to the program. And here's the thing. We know that we're only about 8 years or maybe 9 years if we're lucky between now and Social Security insolvency. Well, guess what? The next administration that will be brought in January of next year, remember what happens, right? Next year being 2025. So what happens then is that they have 4 years, okay? That's going to eat away at that 8 to 9 year period of time between then and insolvency, okay? Basically what it comes down to, the next administration must do something about Social Security. If they don't, they'll drop the ball. And we're basically right down to the end zone then, okay? We're pretty much out of time, okay? We'll have about 4 years after that, but again, it's going to take a very long time. And whatever it comes down to as far as Social Security reform, to make sure that this program does not become insolvent, needs to be done relatively quickly, because the longer the leeway they have between now and insolvency, the better off the program's going to be. If they try to cram it in at the very last minute, there's simply not going to be time to make the necessary adjustments to make sure the benefits won't get cut. You see what I'm saying? So it has to be done relatively soon so that we have all the years to make the necessary adjustments to make sure that the program does not cut benefits. So anyway, that's a whole nother topic. Again, we can discuss that in a separate video, but that is why 2024 is the year of Social Security and why I keep saying that, because it really is. Wait and see. I guarantee it. It's going to be very, very busy, probably chaotic, and honestly, probably pretty dramatic as well, right? Anyway, I hope this helps you. Please leave your comments, your questions, your feedback down below. If you want to come back and discuss any other details about this, if I should come back and elaborate on any of this, let me know, and I will do my best. Otherwise, I do read as many comments as I can each and every day, and of course, respond to them down below in the comment section as well. Otherwise, subscribe down below, share the video with your friends, family, social media, go back and check out any of the other thousands of videos here on the channel, and of course, hit the like button, the thumbs up button down below, and it gives me that feedback on this video, and it helps me better understand, was this helpful to you? And was I on point with this information? Otherwise, until next time, enjoy your day, take care, have a good one, and I'll catch you again later.